What's going on, everybody? This is something that was brought to me a second ago that I just want to talk to you about. This is something that I believe is far important. Have you ever been in a situation where you were striving, you were doing well, but it came a point in time that you were hitting your head against the wall? I mean, like everything seemed bad, like you felt unvalued, you felt unworthy, and then at the same time, you're in a place where these particular individuals owe you so much, have taken so much from you, have putting you in situations that you're like, God dang, why? And then you get to the point that you can't take it no more, but you deal yourself out by not realizing what you had and where you were standing. I, I want to paint this picture vividly because it was something that happened to me. I was teaching and striving and going, and then next thing I know, something happened dramatic to me to the point to where that I felt unvalued. I couldn't take it. My stress was high. Things was going on that I allowed to happen. And then later on, time went past. I walked away for a short second, and then God took me on this trip for my residency. He said, I'm sitting here trying all these other places to go work, trying to get this stuff done. But he sat there with me and he kept talking to me. Go back to education. Go back to where I put you. That's what you were designed for. That's part of your calling. Sometimes in life, gotta do this to you just so that you can learn something. Because you dealt yourself out of a situation that you wasn't supposed to. But instead, God chooses at a point in time to turn you back and put you back where you're supposed to be. Prime example, when you look at the Bible, it talks about the parable of the lost son. He had everything at his father's house, but then he ran away and took half of the earnings that his father left for him. And then he went out into the world, lost everything. But then when he was laying down, face down into the slop, he realized in my father's house I have everything. In my father's house I got gold, I got land, I got strives, I got everything that I need to live and survive. But because he was so ignorant at the time, which a lot of us are, he turned into that slop and hit rock bottom before he learned that in his father's house he has everything. I want to tell you about that point right there. Sometimes we do something so far wrong in life. We do so much in life trying to do it our way. And sometimes God has to put you in a situation, take his hands off, but still be there for you, give life until you speak life into you, but let you do your own thing to the point that you fall down until you recognize and come into agreement with what he had for you and where you were supposed to be. Sometimes you deal things out on yourself, but he will never let anything harm you. But the realization, knowing the well, the Noah, he had to come, not Noah, I'm sorry, Jonah in the well. Pardon me. Jonah in the well had to learn his lesson, had to learn what he was doing wrong. He ran from the promise that God gave him to go speak life into these individuals so that they can know the power and sovereignty of God. But instead of doing that, because they were enemies of his own camp, he chose to run away from it until God puts him in the well, until he became in agreement with God while God carried him all the way through back to where he was supposed to go. And then finally, when he gave in to God, he spit him out of the well back on the land where he's supposed to go. This is what happens Even though you go through things in life, even though you're standing on certain things in life and you ran away from where you're supposed to go, God will still have his hand on you to the point that he will put things in place to turn you around so that you can go to where you need to be. There's a song that says, he turns it around for me, around for me. I need you to understand that no matter what happens in life, God will turn that thing around just for you. Even when you run from the things that were meant for you to strive, he will make it in a way for you to go back into place where you're supposed to be. Now, this is a part of staying on track. God will only test the hearts of individuals that has that mindset. I need you to know that by chance. So always remember, God will turn it around for you. But you got to be willing to trust.